Hi, this is Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy in Frankfort, Kentucky, and this is Defensive Tactics Talk. Today's topic is women's self-defense. Should women train the same as men for self-defense? Is there any difference? How should women train to be able to defend themselves? I'm a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu instructor primarily, and I also teach defensive tactics, self-defense, and that sort of thing. So first of all, I want to say that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu itself is a very, very, very valid self-defense system. Now that said, I want to focus on a couple of topics that I think are of extreme relevance when selecting a self-defense program. I run a self-defense program that is not an ongoing program. It's a weekend seminar called ARE Women's Self-Defense. So awareness, resistance, and escape. And I'm going to talk a little bit about the philosophy of this and as it relates to the way I see women's self-defense. There are a lot of women's self-defense classes on the market. Okay, a whole bunch of them. You can Google it, you can find it. And I've seen the curriculums and I've been through some of the training of different types of women's self-defense and defensive tactics. And the problem I see with a lot of these is that they exclude the idea of survival mindset. They don't discuss awareness as much as they should. And they focus on offensive maneuvers more than defensive maneuvers. This is women's self-defense. And I know that some people are going to say, well, the best defense is a good offense. That's true in some situations. But in this case, what we're trying to do is to get this woman home safely. The average woman is not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe and duke it out with the average man. It's just not going to happen. Men, as a whole, are physically stronger than women. And if you take into account the fact that predators, people that are going to attack a woman, aren't going to pick somebody that looks like they might be able to handle themselves, that's walking with confidence, they're going to pick somebody smaller, okay? And so you're not typically going to be fighting someone your own size anyway. So we're going to have to assume that the person is bigger, stronger, and meaner than you. Okay? So what we focus on is awareness. First of all, keeping your head up, looking around, making sure that you don't get into situations that you could avoid. Okay? I'm not saying that every situation can be avoided. I mean, somebody could tackle you from behind and blindside you. Okay, that's Murphy's Law. That's going to happen. But by keeping your head up, by choosing the locations that you travel to and the routes that you travel and the company you keep and the places you go, a lot of things can be eliminated. A lot of problems, potential problems, can be eliminated. The resistance component is this. Never give in to stuff. When somebody does something to you that you don't want, you have the right to tell them no. Their feelings are not more important than your safety. Their feelings are not more important than your safety. A lot of serial killers play on this fact. If you read about Ted Bundy and these people, they felt sorry for him because he had his arm in a sling. They helped him. And the whole time, they had opportunities to get out. And those poor women ended up dead because they kept going a little bit further. Well, I don't want to hurt his feelings. I don't want to seem rude. Come over here. Get in the car with me for a second. No. You need to draw a line in the sand and say, I'm not going to do that. So you have to provide resistance. If you're grabbed, you need to act. I mean, the time is not to think, or why is this person doing this? If I don't know somebody and they grab me, my job is not to ask why at that moment. It's to get free of the grab. Then, if necessary, figure out what the situation. If it's a friend messing around, but if somebody just runs up and grabs you, resist. Always resist. I hear people talk about how you should just give in. If you're a woman, just give in to the attacker's demand. Pardon my French, but fuck that. Don't give in. That is not the mindset you want if you want to go home safely. You want to fight back. The third one is escape. you're not going to be able to stand toe-to-toe with somebody who is possibly a hardened criminal, bigger and stronger than you. So your focus should not be on striking and beating this person up. It's not about beating them up. It's about creating enough space to get away. So what we focus on is preventing the grab, okay? Because if they grab you, they get control of you. If you're grabbed, getting away, okay? And then making a break for it. If you are on the ground, if you get put on the ground, getting back up as quickly as possible. And getting to an area of safety. Okay, so that is the focus of women's self-defense as I see it. Now, are there times when a woman would have to stand and fight if she had her child with her? Of course. You have to do what you have to do. So there is some striking element, and I'm not saying that the situation requires running in every case. There's times when you just can't run, or that option is not available to you. Okay? And a lot of women, rightfully so, a lot of men, we exercise our self-defense or our Second Amendment rights. I mean, I have a shirt that says "Guns are the answer" on, and I'm a firm believer in carrying a firearm. I'm a firm believer in carrying pepper spray, some sort of weapon equalizer. So maybe, the escape portion is breaking away long enough for you to deploy that weapon. Because when somebody's on top of you, struggling and trying to, hit you or grab you or hold you down or rape you, that's not the time to try to get your weapon out. You need some space. People don't realize how hard it is to access a weapon when somebody's all over them, hitting them, grabbing them, punching them. So, where I see women's self-defense is, first of all, awareness. Resist at all points in time. Never go anywhere with anybody. Never go from point A to point B, because all they're trying to do is isolate you so that they don't have witnesses. And you want to try to get away. You don't want to get drawn back into it. You don't want to... Strikes are strikes of opportunity. If I hit somebody and I'm trying to get away and it staggers them for a second, I'm not going in for the kill at that point. I'm gonna bolt. Okay? That's what we use strikes for. So, a sound philosophy for women's self-defense is to avoid situations, put up resistance, and put up enough resistance that you can escape. This has been Brian Jones from Valhalla Academy, and this has been Defensive Tactics Talk. If you like this video, please click like, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our offerings on www.valhallaacademy.com, and contact info will follow. We do women's self-defense seminars both here in Frankfurt and also on the road. And this is Brian Jones again, reminding you to train hard, train smart, and train often. I'll see you next time.